high call series.
Yes. Now let's practice. Many words have the I sound as in paid or made, right? So many words have a as in delayed. Fill in the blanks with the I or a and read aloud the completed words. Pronounce them correctly. So we know um, we do use AI or AY to complete the spelling of many words. So AI is known as A and AY is also known as A. Okay. So the difference is in the spelling, not in the pronunciation, right? So what we need to do is, we have got 8 words here and we need to check whether these blanks have to be filled with AI or AY. AI or AY. Okay. So the first one is L dash dash D. LAID or LAYD. What is laid? LAID, isn't it? So LAID is the right answer. Now S dash dash D. Yes, S dash dash D, SAID, isn't it? SAYD is not a word. SAY is a word, but when the D comes, it is SAID, right? Now, 3. DEC dash dash ED. DEC. DEC means decade. DECAYED. AY is option. DEC, yes, AYED. Right? Now, TR dash dash N. TRAIN, isn't it? Train. TRAIN. M dash dash D. MAID or MAYD. Made. MAID. PLAYED, played. PLAY, play. PLAYED, played. Yes. DELAYED, delayed. 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 PR dash dash ED, prayed. PRAYED, isn't it? Not PRAIED. Yes. Prayed. So LAID, laid. SAID, said. DECAYED, decade. TRAIN, train. MAID, made. PLAYED, played. DELAYED, delayed. PRAYED, prayed. Right? So we have completed that. And now I will keep the screen the same for another minute so that you can have a look at the words once again. Right? Read each and every letter, spell the word, and then read the words. Right? Let's practice. Follow your teacher while he or she is saying and pronounce the word correctly. So, this is A, this is A. Okay, the letter A is used for making both these sounds. In some words, when we use the letter A, it makes the sound A, and in some words, when we use the letter A, it produces sound A. Right? So, M-A-T-E, mate. M-A-T-E, mate. C-A-M-E, came. C-A-M-E, came. W-A-I-T, wait. W-A-I-T, wait. L-A-I-D, laid. L-A-I-D, laid. W-E-I-G-H-T, wait. W-E-I-G-H-T, wait. Right? So, mate, came, wait, laid, wait. Now, B-A-D, bad. B-A-D, bad. S-A-N-G, sang. Sang. P-A-N, pan. H-A-T, hat. H-A-T, hat. L-A-M-P, lamp. Right? So now I will say this one by one and you need to repeat it after me. Right? M-A-T-E, mate. C-A-M-E, came. W-A-I-T, wait. L-A-I-D, laid. W-E-I-G-H-T, wait. B-A-D, bad. S-A-N-G, sang. P-A-N, pan. H-A-T, hat. L-A-M-P, lamp. Now, we will compare it one by one. Okay? Mate, bad. Came, sang. Wait, pan. Laid, hat. Wait, lamp. Right? So, we have to practice it thoroughly. We have to practice it regularly and thoroughly. Only when we can practice pronunciation perfectly. Right? So, I'll keep the screen the same for another minute for you so that you can practice it by yourselves once again. Right? Yes. Now it's a time for let us converse. So there's a conversation that is to happen here in this library hall. Right? Okay. So first we will listen to this conversation first and then I will give you the wordings of the conversation. Okay. The transcript of the conversation. You can read it and practice it with your friends or brother or sister at your home. Right? Either you can play with this, you can simply have conversation games and all. Or you can practice them with your friends when you are back at the school. Right? Okay, we will listen to the conversation first and then we will practice it, right?
Let's converse. Read the following conversation and enact it out with your partner in the class. Kaveri. Bhavya. Hello Bhavya, where are you going? Hello, I am going to the library. What about you? Well, I am on my way to the class. We have an English period now. Our English period has just got over. We read a poem by William Wordsworth. I have also read the poem Daffodils by William Wordsworth. Really? We also read Daffodils today. I really enjoyed reading it. I too.
Okay, so now you have listened to the conversation, isn't it? Okay, fine. Now I will give you the wordings of this conversation, okay? Yeah. So you have gone through the conversation and the wordings. Now it's time for us to move on to the next one. It's a rhyme time. It's a time for a rhyme. There's a beautiful rhyme on the way. You will listen to that first, and after that, I will give you the wordings of it. Right? You will listen to the rhyme first, and after listening to that, you will have the wordings. Okay?
Rhyme time. Read aloud the following poem and then recite it in groups. Ruma dreams of becoming great one day. For her, good deeds and all would say, "Oh great, the world would soon know. She just needs to grow." But she knows it is not easy. She needs to work and not be lazy. For a dream is like a star that will lead you to the goal afar.
So you have listened to the rhyme, and now I will give you the wordings of this rhyme so that you can read it aloud. Sing it aloud with your friends and relatives. In the rhyme time, now we have some questions to answers from what we have just read in the poem, right? So who dreamt of becoming great one day? Who dreamt of becoming great? Ruma dreamt of becoming great one day. So who was the one who dreamt of becoming great? Ruma. Ruma was the one. What is a dream compared to in the second stanza? So what is a dream compared to? A dream is compared to a star. So what is a dream compared to? A dream is compared to a star. Right. Writing skills. Copy the following paragraph neatly in your notebook and underline the verbs in the simple past tense. So we have a paragraph here. 2 lines are given there. 2 or 3 sentences are there. Now we need to read this and we need to identify the verbs that are in a simple past tense. Simple past tense and underline them. So the villagers had gathered around it and discussed in excited voices. They said that a big industrialist was setting up a school for the children of the surrounding villages. All the children would be provided education, books, and uniforms free of cost. So, which are the verbs in this? The villagers had gathered. So this is not a simple past tense because we have a had there. And discussed. Discussed is a verb in a simple past tense. Okay, so we will drag and drop a line here under discussed. Yes. In excited voices, they said that. They said. Said is also a verb, isn't it? Said is also a verb and that also is in a simple present tense. Yes. They said that a big industrialist was setting up. Setting is past continuous tense, no? Surrounding villages, all the children would be provided education and uniforms are free of cost. Yes, there is no other words. Only discussed and said are in a simple past tense. Right? Okay. So I'll keep the screen the same for another minute for you so that you can read the sentences once again and check whether there are any other verbs in a simple past tense. Right? Now, writing skills. Complete the following sentences by adding appropriate words of your own. So, the teacher, a new school, as a school student are three sentences which are given in parts. The remaining part we need to complete by ourselves. So, what I will do is, as far as I am concerned, I will complete this. But you have to write your own sentences in your notebook. Okay? So, for here as an example, I will do it myself. You have to write your part in a notebook. Right? Okay. Now, the teacher taught a new lesson. The teacher taught a new lesson. Right? A new school was constructed beside our apartment. A new school was constructed beside our apartment. As a school student, I always reach the school on time. Or we can write, as a school student, we should not be late to school. As a school student, we should obey our teachers. A new school is where I am going to join. Right? So you can write any sentences, it doesn't matter. But try to write it yourself. Right? So I'll keep this screen the same for another minute for you so that you can copy the first part of the sentences, not the second part, only the first part of the sentences, right? Now, homework. Mary met Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam when he visited her school. She felt very happy and wrote a paragraph in her diary. Add suitable words and complete it. So, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam visited the school where Mary was studying. So, when he came to her school, she met him there, right? And after going home, she wrote a diary about that particular incident. So, her diary is here. Some words are missing in that. We need to fill that. So, the date here, 10th July 2018 or 2017 or 2019. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam visited our what? School today. Our school today. He met all the students and teachers. We presented a program to welcome him. He presented a program to welcome him. The principal gave a speech. Okay. The principal gave a speech. I was lucky to be able to speak to him. I gave a handmade bouquet. I will always remember this day. So in this there is a word, a bouquet. What is a bouquet? A bouquet is a a group of flowers which is very properly sequentially ordered, right? Arranged. So Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam visited our school today. He met all the students and teachers. We presented a program to welcome him. The principal gave a speech. I was lucky to be able to speak to him. I gave a handmade bouquet to him. I will always remember this day. Right? So I'll keep the screen for another minute so that you can also read it once. Project work. Paste your own photograph and write what you dream of becoming when you grow up. How can you help your country in that position? So take a photograph of yourself, paste it on a sheet of paper, and write what would you like to become in your future. Huh? There are a lot of professions. You can be a soldier, engineers are there, teachers are there, doctors are there. Huh? Different kinds of professions are there. What would you like to become in your future? Okay, you paste a photograph here and write what you want to become and why you want to become this or how you can help your country. How can you help your country? So I have done my dream. So I want to become a teacher. I'm a teacher. It is an honorable post. It's a respectable post. I can teach well and make my students responsible citizens so that I can teach well. If I become a responsible teacher, I will have a lot of students in front of me and I will be teaching them and I will make them responsible citizens. In this way, I can help my country. So some of my students will become doctors and they will be serving the country in that way. Some of my students will become engineers and they will do other services for the country. Some of my students will become soldiers who will fight for the country. Okay, so I will have a group of students in front of me whom I can motivate into different fields where they can serve the country. Right? So I would like to become a teacher. So this is something that you have to do. Take a sheet of paper, paste your photograph there, and I would like to become or I want to become. Then why? Why you want to become a soldier? Why you want to become a doctor? Why an engineer? Why a scientist? Right? So just like that, you have to write it over there. Fine? Value corner, life skill. What have we learned from this lesson for our life? Even if we face the problems, we should continue to dream and try to fulfill our dreams. Failure, there is no success stories without any failures in that. There is no single success stories without any failures. People have gone through n number of failures and learning a lot from these failures and then achieve success. So we should not be afraid of any failures. We should not get worried about our failures. One thing that we need to do is struggle. If you failed now, okay, no problem. Why have we failed? What went wrong? Learn from that, rectify that, again struggle, again try, attempt. Our scientists have worked together for years, still our rockets fail. APJ Abdul Kalam was not willing to accept that failure. He tried to improve. Every failure is an eye-opener. We learn something new from that. We improvise that. Okay, and then success. Our dream can be made true if we work hard to achieve that. Okay, so dream is not a big thing, but struggling hard, facing the failures, working ahead, going front. To achieve that dream is the biggest task. Right? So that is what we have to learn about Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Fine? So that's it. And until we meet the next class with a new lesson, take care, stay home, be safe. Thank you.